Welcome into Fast Five with Jay Walker and Scott Prather.
It's another edition of Fast Five. Welcome to October.
Rocktober.
Let's do it.
A little air guitar for you.
True or false? The Saints will win at least one playoff game before Drew Brees retires.
False. I would love to say it's true. I really want to say true. But I don't see this team getting appreciably better in the next couple of years after this year. And by the time we say a couple of more years, that's probably going to be the end for the Hall of Famer.
I'm supposed to say true here, and people will call me a hypocrite because I've pointed out that the golden era for the Saints is over. But you've seen some guys get a playoff win, but their team's kind of best chance of winning a title have passed. You know, in '99, Marino, 9-7 Dolphins team, went to the Kingdome, beat the then AFC West champ Seattle Seahawks, and the next week they got beat like 62-7 at Jacksonville. Like, his best was behind him, the team's best was behind him, but they snuck in, he had that moment. I hope that at least Brees gets a moment like that before he hangs it up.
What he said.
Battle round, pick a side. Raging Cajun quarterback Anthony Jennings will be on a short leash moving forward after his recent turnovers.
I guess I'm going to say yes. The reason being is he was last week, and we were a little surprised, at least I was, when Nixon came into the game. Then I was stunned when Nixon came back in the second half, and Jalen did a nice job, and now he's hurt, and we wish Jalen all the best. But because he already was last week, I'm going to say yeah.
And I'm going to say no. The reason is Jalen Nixon's not there anymore. I think Mark Hudspeth had an awful lot of confidence in the senior. I'm not sure I can say the same about Jordan Davis. So I'm going to say no. I think that leash is longer than it would have been if Nixon was still healthy.
Donkey round, 7 seconds or less. Leonard Fournette will likely be out with an injury against Florida. Will his absence have a big impact on the Tigers this Saturday?
Well, duh. Of course it'll have a big impact. The guy's an All-American. They're not playing Missouri this week.
I'm going to have to say no, because Florida's likely going to be missing their entire starting defensive line. Tigers O-line opens up big holes. There it is, guys.
You weren't even close.
I wasn't even close.
Not even close.
Donkey round 2. The biggest surprise in college or pro football right now is who?
A lot of surprises. Let's say Carolina and how much they're struggling defensively and how their offense just doesn't look the same in the NFL.
I'm going to stay in the pros. I'm going with Minnesota. You lose your starting quarterback, you lose Adrian Peterson, you're still undefeated. That's impressive.
Hee-haw. What's that big horn they blow for the Vikings game?
That's a
I don't know. What is it?
It's a big horn.
It's a big horn.
It's not to be confused with the one they play in Australia, which is a didgeridoo. But I don't know what it is in Minnesota.
At least it's not a vuvuzela.
Winner and loser of the week.
How about the San Diego Chargers for loser of the week? Much to the delight of Saints fans, in the last 5 years, teams that lead by 13 or more in the fourth quarter win 97% of the time. Guess what? The Chargers have already lost twice this year when leading by 13 or more in the fourth quarter. So the Saints, they'll say thank you and be on their way with the victory.
The winner of the week, how can you not go with Ed Orgeron? He becomes the interim coach at LSU. He says all the right things. He does all the right things. He gets the fan base together. He gets former players back involved. He goes out and kicks Missouri's butt. And already the groundswell is starting. Coach O, take the interim away from Coach O. Still got a ways to go, but ain't no question this past week he's the winner.
I'm Scott, that's Jay, this is my hand, those are his. We'll see you next week.